Muhammad Ssegirinya is the best MP that has ever walked this land. I'm talking about Uganda. Now, I'm about to explain. Stay with me. This guy entered parliament in 2021, and probably by 2023-4, he was out with all the stuff that happened and him being sick and stuff like that. But before all of that, this guy had achieved quite a number of things that MPs who have been there for over 20 years, like the Nambozes, have never done. Muhammad Ssegirinya built a whole health facility, and he didn't stop there. He went ahead and put in medicine. Still, he didn't stop there. He went ahead and bought 2 ambulances for this health facility. As if that wasn't enough, this brother set up something called Segi Box, one of the most famous enterprise. It was set up to help people of Kawempe who probably maybe one needed like a 100, maybe someone was sick and they were discharged from the hospital and they couldn't like take care of themselves. You could probably go apply for the 100. Maybe a woman has given birth. These women were given like offers or maybe stuff to just help them out within their day-to-day lives. Now, Ssegirinya did most of these things on the money he received as a payment for the car that MPs receive at the beginning of their terms. Most of these MPs have been there for over 10, 15, 20 years, whether opposition or NRM, I do not care. Most of these people are only in it for themselves. Now, I want us to watch this video and understand why I'm saying the things I'm saying.
Njagala leader of opposition ayimirire mu balonzi ng'abasuubiza Uganda empya bagambe nti naye budget yange ki nene. I want members of parliament to go and stand on rallies and tell people nti omusala gw'ababaka bakole ki bagusaleko enamba y'ababaka nene ekendeere.
Ye mufuna mmeka? Ye mufuna mmeka?
Kuche salary oba allowances.
Byonnanga ogase on average.
Byonnanga, it is about 50 million.
Come again?
It is about 50 million.
What is 50 million? 50 million.
Allowances and salary.
Bogato musala abaka go bafuna na allowances.
Na allowances.
50 million.
Yes.
Every month.
Yes.
Imagine that. 50 freaking million. These people do not care about any single person but themselves. I see them campaigning and they say that we're going to do this, we're going to do that, this and that. These people have never cared about a single person but themselves. Now, let's continue.
So I want a member of parliament asuubiza abantu Uganda empya agenda ayimirire mu balonzi abagambe nti omusala gw'ababaka bakole ki bagusaleko enamba y'ababaka ekendereko.
So oyagala mazima kati?
Yes. Because
bobo suubiza Uganda empya tandikira naawe kenyini
soka weete
atano obukadde atano webadde nfuna omusala n'allowances mu mwezi mu Uganda empya bikendere.
Now, thing is, I don't even care if this is an NRM guy. I at this point where I'm at as a grown-up, I don't care whether you're coming from NUP, whether you're coming from NRM. All I care about is the ideas that you stand for as a human being. Because, I mean, if Ssegirinya was able to do most of those things in 2-3 years, now how about these people that have been there for all this long? Now, here's the thing. We hear Lucy talking about these things here and there. I'm helping you guys. You're not helping me. We're going to cut this. We're going to take away the cars from the MPs and stuff like that. It's good to the ear. It's nice to hear. It's nice to listen to. But if he doesn't tell people how he is going to execute most of these things, none of this stuff is going to be done.
As a leader, as a promising leader, you live by example. Njagala leader of opposition akeera agambe convoy ya mwenkuuma sijagala amafuta gammwe sikola ki sigeetaaga.
Reality.
Yes. Tubeere bamazima eri abalonzi baffe.
Because I mean, if I'm employed by the parliament, I will need to be facilitated within the job I'm doing. But the problem is, delivery is the only problem with our people. Delivery, like I'll give you an example. Joel Senyonyi has tried to really hold the government accountable because that's one of the duties of the MP. An MP is supposed to hold the government accountable. Is supposed to hold all these ministers, all these people who probably misuse government funds or try to divert it to their own benefit. Now, Joel Senyonyi has tried to call out those people, but you cannot tell me that if he receives 50 million, that's all he can do. Or all of these NRM MPs, that's all they can do. It's just like sit about and vote whenever there is like a bill that is being presented to them, and then they pass it and then they go home and then they receive their 50 million every end of the month. That's crazy, bro.
tuba twagala kutereeza Uganda.
Ekiriwo kya kwenya balonzi.
Yes, that is hoodwinking. Kulimba bulimbi bantu.
That's kulimba bantu. Like, don't get me wrong. I am not trying to bash the opposition, nor am I trying to bash the party in power. I do not give a rat's sense about that. Like, I don't care. The problem is, these MPs or whoever that is contesting for member of parliament, they're not telling the people the truth, that whatever they are running for, it will never be done. Like, it will never be done. Let me look for a video here telling us what exactly the member of parliament does. Okay, here we go.
Here is a clear, well-detailed list of the 5 main responsibilities of a Member of Parliament, MP, in Uganda, arranged from the most important to the least important. Number 1, lawmaking, legislation, most important.
So this is the most important thing that a Member of Parliament does. It's legislation, right? We all know they bring up these laws and they have to discuss about them to see how important it is for the community or the country, and then they probably vote for or against them to be able to make the country run smoothly, right? Let's listen.
This is the core duty of an MP. MPs debate, draft, amend and pass laws that govern Uganda. They review bills brought by government ministries, committees or private members and ensure the laws protect citizens' rights, promote development and strengthen national institutions. Without MPs, no new law can be enacted. Number 2, oversight of the executive, monitoring government performance. MPs check how the government uses public resources and implements programs. They question ministers, investigate corruption or misuse of funds, examine national projects, and ensure ministries follow the law and budget.
Now, this is a job that Joel has been probably doing quite well. Let's continue.
This duty protects taxpayers' money and promotes accountability. 3, representation of constituents. MPs are elected to be the voice of the people in their constituencies. They present their community's needs, concerns, and priorities in Parliament. This includes advocating for better roads, schools, healthcare, electricity, or social services. MPs also gather feedback from the public and bring it to national debate.
Now, like, a member of parliament is supposed to do that, but if you ask me how many members of parliament have lobbied for their constituencies to receive things like roads, health centers, or whatever, none of them has ever been able to do that, because all of this is like, it goes back on the backbone of how the government is set up. Like, who makes these decisions, like, in the government? It's supposed to be the MPs to sort of like bring these issues. Let me say there is a road that is supposed to be constructed in your area. The MP is supposed to go and collect evidence that the road is shit, like people are really living in dust. Collects all that evidence, takes it to the parliament, I don't know, like ministries that are responsible for that. After those ministries scrutinizing whatever he has shown them, he has to find contractors that fall within the budget of the country, and then he has to present his motion into parliament, and then it has to be passed by parliament, and then it has to be added into the next year's budget for a road, just a simple road to be constructed. You have to go through all these offices and all these people and all these barriers. That's why these MPs don't do anything, because they probably don't want to go through all this hassle, or they just don't care. Like, or the government makes it hard. I don't know.
Number 4, budget approval and financial accountability. MPs debate, amend and approve the national budget every year. They ensure that government spending aligns with citizens' needs and national development goals. MPs review taxes, loans and financial policies to make sure the country is not mismanaged financially. 5. Promoting development and mobilizing resources. Least important, but still official. Although MP...
Now, the rest of the stuff you can probably go and find out on your own. Look, here's the thing. Are MPs really doing something very important in the country? Yes. These are well-educated people, and you cannot get into those positions without having to be educated. But the problem is, the way our country is set up, MPs pretty much go in there to just... Most of them probably go through the whole entire term without having said anything. It's not that they cannot say anything. It's just that probably they just don't know how. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. But the late Muhammad Ssegirinya is the best MP that has ever walked the land called Uganda. And you can never change my mind about that. Please, you all subscribe and see you in the next one.